Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm your host, Veteran Mountain Man, and it's another Regulatory Tuesday. I've been holding this article for almost a week now because I wanted specifically to talk about it on a Regulatory Tuesday because this is a new city ordinance that is going to leave homeowners completely defenseless in the city of Seattle, Washington. And this new gun regulation was specifically designed to try to combat school shootings and mass shootings. But let's actually talk about what it's doing. So Seattle passed a law requiring gun owners to store firearms unloaded and in a secured container. This is City Ordinance CB 119266 and was passed unanimously by the City Council in Seattle. It makes it a civil infraction to keep firearms unlocked or loaded while not under control of the owner, imposing a fine of up to $500. Now, the in control of the owner is very vague because in control, does that mean it's within arm's reach of me or it's on my person? Could a woman who has a concealed carry purse that keeps a concealed carry firearm in there sit her purse down and become subject to this fine because it's not in her hands? Violating the ordinance can result in even higher penalties, $1,000 if the firearm is accessible to a minor or at-risk person. And it can incur penalties of up to $10,000 if it is a minor and at-risk person. Now, here's the deal. First of all, the point of needing a gun is to need to have one loaded and ready in the event that you need to use it for your self-defense. Now, this whole concept is that you can't keep a loaded firearm unless you have it physically on your person for the most part. So how are people supposed to store their concealed carry when they're asleep? How are they supposed to store a defensive handgun or defensive shotgun within their house? I know I used to keep one under the captain's bed I had in one of the drawers that I slept directly above. And I kept extra ammunition underneath with it. Why? So that I could easily access it if somebody broke into the house. And to be fair, most of the research I have seen on these kind of laws, all they do is they increase property crime. So basically what Seattle is saying here is it's okay for you to do a home invasion while a person's asleep because they're going to be disarmed. And so this is going to give criminals an in, and it's going to make home invasion a much more tempting scenario compared to a standard burglary where they break in when you're not there. Because if they break in when you're not there, you're not there. If they break in when you're asleep, you're still not armed, so they don't have to worry about you shooting them because you've got to get up, get to the gun, load the gun, and then you might be able to return fire. By that time, they have already either left or gotten control of you and now have you tied to a chair, at which point they can take their leisure. Because at this point, they've already committed kidnapping, they might as well go full hog. But yes, I wanted to make sure that I brought this forward so that everybody in the city of Seattle knew that this was coming and that they went ahead and took care of this in their own way. I would recommend that you consider getting rid of your city council in Seattle, and I would also consider that you look at the NRA or Gun Owners of America to help them remove this new city ordinance so that you can actually be safe in Seattle, because Seattle has now become unsafe. I am going to include a link in the description to the Daily Caller here for this article. I am also going to try to leave a link in the description for the actual city ordinance. And as always, have yourself a beautiful day.